Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I really hope I'm not going to get any messages like the last one. Guys, people are getting real sadistical out there and brutal. So I'm really glad you guys are here. I think you guys are the only ones out there that aren't weird. I don't know. Let's see what's going on. Collective energy, please. What's going on with the community here, Spirit? What is it you would like them to know? Everything they do is counterproductive. Everything... They believe their own lies and swear it's the truth, the two of them. They're both wearing false masks, okay? Stirring the pot, exaggerating the truth. So there's those claiming to be broke, letting others foot the bill. Unbothered, unflattered. Double dipping, sleeping with more than one person. Even the karmic is bored with them. Unhappily married. Cyberbullying, spreading lies, causing conflicts. You loser. Starting trouble, just stirring the pot. Pretending that something isn't happening to self-protect, like makes plans and cancels them. You're pushing through no matter what. Someone just thinks that they're better than others. I'm just saying, all focused in on looks. Trying to hustle you or others. But you know what they're up to. And this karmic is just overspending, getting into debt, trying to may have got demoted. Trolls. Jealous of what you have going on. They're having problems with co-parenting issues. So maybe there's two families coming together here. Extreme dislike. So one of these kids is getting the evil stepmother thing. They don't like this person's children or vice versa. They're just holding something over their head. Making a fool of this person. They're getting in trouble at work. Reported to human resources. Hang on. Sorry guys for that delay. I had to go out. I had a delivery package here. It's pouring rain, and if you don't grab them, they get stuck out in the rain. So yeah, it's looking like their jobs are being affected. Reported to human resources. Just hiding who they really are. You're getting ahead and they're going down. You're working hard and getting noticed. Extremely judgmental, these people. Taking notes and watching how you're doing it. Hiding their addictions due to shame, guilt, and illegal activity. Period. Messages for the collective. The gods favor you. Unspoken love here. They're not saying it, but I'm telling you, they're in love with you. They're in deep thoughts about you, realizing their distractions prevented them from seeing your potential. It's game over. This person knows you're not going to entertain their half-hearted efforts. You've left a permanent mark on their heart. You cannot erase this, even if you tried. You'll always be remembered. Saying you can expect some kind of gesture to help strengthen, give them a chance to prove themselves. But I think that you're exhausted. But they keep scheming and plotting. They just find you mysterious. I don't know. It's your innocence. You'll always be the one that got away if you don't take them back. But they're hoping for union with you. They're dreaming of you. They're actually awakening. But they're missing you, and I think that you've lost faith in this person, some of you. It's been overwhelming. You've had to set up boundaries, and now they're being haunted, hoping to break free. They're telepathically communicating with you. They're trying to find the divine truth here. They're passionate about you. They feel divinely guided towards you. But because of all of these unseen factors, that is why they're resisting you. If they ever get a chance with you again, some of these people are going to awaken. Some of these people are going to come clean with you, but some of these people it's their own shame, it's their own guilt, they don't feel worthy of you. I'm going to tell you that right now. With some of the stories that have come out in these reads, how can they face you? How can they face you? Unless they suffer an ego death. You would never judge these people, guys. You would never judge them for what happened to them in their past. You would never judge them for that. But they've done a lot of damage. And I know that many of you would hear them out. And I know that many of you would, even because you're such kind-hearted souls, like, you may not go back to these people. Some of you will. But I know some of you will hear them out. It doesn't mean that you're going to reconcile with them. It's just because you're loving souls. You would hear these people out. A good majority of you would. I know you would. I know you would hear them out. And I know you wouldn't judge them for things that were beyond their control. You may judge them for the things that were in their control, but not for the things that were not in their control. They've messed up their own lives. They don't need you to judge them. Quite honestly, most of you who are really enlightened, you're not going to judge these people. Yes, they hurt you. Yes, they betrayed you. You may not forgive what they did to you, but you do forgive them. Many of you do. Doesn't mean you're going to get back together with them, but at least you have an understanding of what they may have been going through and what they may have been endured. So I'm not telling you to forgive people who's truly evil. I'm not talking about the truly, truly evil ones who are doing evil to you and wishing you dead and casting spells on you and cursing your family and your bloodline and stuff like that. I'm not talking about those people. God will judge those. I'm talking about the people who have made mistakes in their life, maybe even prior to even knowing you. Okay? And it's like they try to have a relationship with you, but their past keeps coming back to haunt them. Okay? And now we know some of the reasons why. Not true for everybody, but for some, it's definitely here. They are being haunted. I told you they feel insecure. They feel humiliated. This is why they're scared. They've made a damn ass fool of themselves. They're scared of all these people, their past coming back to haunt them. Look, I'm telling you, that's what they're struggling with. They could have been reported at work. Somebody could have reported them at work. I don't know. It's just when they say the karmic energies are making their life a living hell, trust them when they say that. Illegal activities, double dipping, all this stuff is being held over their heads. For example, say they were working and they were making money on the side. This wench knows about it and is hanging that over their head, reporting them to the authorities. Like they had a permanent job, okay? So they may have done business on the side. And somebody knows about it. That's what's hanging over their heads. Just saying. They can cause them to lose their jobs. They can cause them to go to jail. They can cause them all kinds of trouble. So you were like a wish come true to this person. Like I said, they're hurt. And they may have taken the coward's way out, just to be real. Don't you think they feel like a coward? I'm sure they do. I'm sure they know that they are. But what are you going to do? They don't trust this one. What they're going to do with that information. It's been a continual nightmare. They're haunted by what they did to you because they truly did love you. You're going to always be the one that got away. You've left a permanent mark on them, your love, your connection. But what are they going to do? This is called, I'll report you to the courts. I'll report you to the law. I'll report you. So they may have done this, who knows how long ago. But it keeps hanging over their head. This is a nightmare that never goes away and never ends. It's their own embarrassment. It is their own shame. It is their own guilt. And trust me, they're wearing it heavily. You're free, you're independent, you are glowing, you are transforming, you're on your destined path, and that's their life. That's how they're living. legalities. Trying to keep something a secret. And I'm telling you, this one knows about it. They could have reported them to someone on their job. Like, they could have reported them on the job. They could have been fired. They could have lost their job over this. They pray for good news, but they never get it. Karmic contract. Greed. This person just like looks out to the future, you know, and they go, will this ever end? Will this cycle ever end? Is there anywhere that I can go to escape? Is there anywhere I can go? Because all the plans that they make, they gotta cancel. Because they got this one holding something over their head. So if they were to say to you, you know, I want to come and see you. I want to have a relationship with you. If they were to make these plans, they would be canceled. And that's why they're canceling. If you found that your person was making plans with you just to cancel them, you may have been thinking they don't love me, they're playing mind games with me. No, it's because somebody is blackmailing them and holding shit over their head. Threatening to turn them in. It's like this person was planning to commit to you and to move in with you or canceled, you know? They know they made half-hearted efforts toward you. The gods highly favor you, and they know it. And so does this other person. That's why they ended their relationship with you and took the actions that they took. They're trapped. They could be worried that they're going to go to jail. Worried that this karmic is going to say, you know, they raped me. Blah, 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 blah. All kinds of different scenarios for all different kinds of folks here. But the bottom line is, whether they're holding a rape over their head or a videotape or done illegal activity or anything, they're being extorted. Like, come on, let's be real. When these persons entered your life, everything was good, okay? Why all of a sudden the change up? For those of you that it resonates with, why the sudden change? Because they were being manipulated. Third parties. Whether those third parties are lovers, friends, family, jobs, they're being manipulated. They did something they should not have done. I don't care whose story it is. They did something that they shouldn't have done, that they can be judged for, perhaps go to jail for. Okay? Now, this could have happened 20 years ago for all I know. It's still being held over their head. It's like they're being held hostage in their own lives. They cannot come toward you until they come clean. I don't think anybody would want to come clean more than the individuals that I'm reading for. That's why they have so much pent-up anger. That's why they have so much frustration, so much bitterness. That's why they run. That's the truth. This person's like a ticking time bomb. And when they decide to rage, it ain't going to be pretty. Like, I know it hurt us as a collective energy. I know we've felt betrayed, and I know this hurt immensely, but we are free. We have our freedom. It did hurt, but we are free to love again. But I can assure you that where they're at, not for every individual, but for a large majority of these people, it's because somebody got shit on their head, dangling stuff on them that they did. Uncertainty about everything, their job, their career, going to jail. I mean, come on. So this person may have had a family before they had you. Now, it's that probably and likely something that they did 10 plus years ago. They may have had to feed their family, okay? And they might have been double dipping, such as working 2 jobs, claiming money for one and not for the other. Somebody knows that. Somebody has receipts. Somebody can turn them in. Because they're freaking jealous. That's why. They didn't walk away from you because they didn't love you. They walked away from you because they did. It's this continual threat over their head. It's not because they didn't love you, because they did. That's why they self-medicate. They had no choice but to hurt you. They didn't want to hurt you. They had no choice but to hurt you. If they did not walk away from you, this is the consequences. They're being controlled by perhaps friends, family, or another lover. Surrender. But don't think that this person did not want to commit to you and give you this offer, because they did. And their karma seems to be you walking away, losing the love of their life, the one that brought them peace, the one that brought them balance, the one who they could have grown with, the one who gave them confidence, destiny. So never think you did not serve a purpose in this person's life, because you have. This person has got to suffer that ego death. They've got to swallow their pride and say, look, they got to have the power to stand up to these individuals. And that's a scary thing. I feel their nervousness. I do. It's easy to say, but put yourself in their shoes. Would you? I don't know. They're haunted by what they did to you. They're haunted by what they did in their past. They're haunted. They do miss you. They do love you. But this person, I don't think can face you. I don't think that they can face you after how they did you. I don't think they can face you. Like, all this person would have had to have done was to be a straight shooter with you. That's why they're under judgment. All they had to do is be honest with you, talk to you. You may have been able to suggest some things that they could do. You know, I know many of you would have been loving and kind to this person and helped them to find a way out of it, but they were too embarrassed, too ashamed, and too guilty. No one is judging this person more than they are judging themselves. Not for all. Some haven't even figured it out yet. Some are just like A-okay with the whole thing. What's your problem? But for some of these, they actually have a guilty conscience. If they didn't have a guilty conscience, it wouldn't keep showing up. For some of them, I mean, if you're dealing with a true narcissist, or you're dealing with a psychopath or a schizophrenic, no, they would not have a conscience as to what they were doing. But these ones have consciences. They do feel guilty. They know it's game over. No one has to tell them that. They know. And yes, some of these did go out and cheat. Some of these are so secretive, we aren't even going to know. That's how close to their chest they play things. Like even me as a tarot card reader. Some of these secrets are secrets they have never told a living soul in their life. And for some of them, they're like, you're going to think that I'm weak. You're going to think I'm weak if I told you this. You're going to look at me like I'm a weak person, and some of them are weak. Okay? But you wouldn't have judged them for that. You would have helped them with that. That's the thing that they don't understand. It's like they're role playing it out in their heads, what you would say, what you would do, you know, if they told you the truth. So they've already predetermined the outcome of their story. They've already made it up in their mind how you're going to react, how you're going to respond, what you would think of them. That's why they ran. It's their own actions. This person has gone through what I'm noticing, like with the collective. Like you guys have gone through your steps. This person has to go through their steps. Who hasn't done something wrong in their life? None of us. You know what I mean? But this person knew the consequences of their actions. They knew that if they did this to you or that to you, the consequences that would be there. They knew it. They knew. But what they should do is face the consequences head on. So if they're listening, that's what needs to be done. Don't let people blackmail you. Hold something over your head. There is another way around it. I don't know. Freedom is a wonderful thing. It's probably one of the best gifts you could ever be given in your life. We as a collective energy have freedom. We are free to live our lives. Free. We don't have all this heaviness hanging over our heads. The truth is freeing. The truth will set you free. And nothing else. And those people, those third parties, those friends, those families, whatever, that want to keep this person in secrecy and keep them from being set free. And I'm talking about your heart, your conscience, and your soul. They're enabling. They're enablers for their own greed, their own selfishness. If I could talk to these people, that's what I would tell them. The truth is freedom. You can be free. Let somebody hold something over your bloody head for your lifetime. I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? That's why they love you. That's why they fell in love with you to begin with. Because you were a good partner. They could come to you. They could share with you. But they could not share those dark parts of themselves. And that's the work that needs to be done. They don't want to disappoint you. They don't want to tell you all their dirty deeds. They don't want you thinking of them as this big. But you never would have in the first place. You never would have done that to them. It's their own imagination. They've self-sabotaged the most beautiful thing that would have been able to set them free. You would have helped them. You would have. I know you would have. they don't think much of themselves. They hold you up on a pedestal, which is why it's even harder for them to talk to you, to tell you the things that they should be telling you, because they hold you up here and they look at themselves as down here. Although they may have acted superior to you, they're actually inferior. They feel inferior. So I can't tell the collective this. So it's easier to settle for less. I pray for these people that they find a way to free themselves. I really do. You may not be in jail, but you're in jail. In their minds, in their hearts, and in their souls. They may not even be in jail, but at least if you go to jail, you pay for your crime and then you're released. Where they're at, they're never released. They gotta keep paying and paying and paying and paying, and the debt is never paid. And Spirit ain't doing a thing. Spirit don't have to do a thing. They've trapped themselves. Yet they act like they don't care about you. But it's really themselves they don't care about. It's a big facade. And I hope they do come around. I truly do. Take care.